Welcome back. So, some interesting stuff happened this past week. My buddy here took a vacation, but he met somebody really interesting. So, gentlemen, please pay close attention. We've learned some things.
Okay. I went on a cruise to the Caribbean and I took my daughter and I relaxed. I worked. I ate well. I went to the casino.
I can vouch for him eating well.
Oh, yeah. It was just fantastic. Yeah. Okay. But there was a guy on this boat that was, I'm telling you, this is the guy's guy that was the game changer, that was the life lesson for everybody. And after night one, I thought, is this guy just getting lucky or is it just his personality? And after the second night, when he was making out with this one chick and he's looking at his watch behind her, and then I walked up to him and we started to have a conversation with him. And just a bald, older guy that just said, I like talking to women and I like hitting on women and I just like to throw out the conversation.
So let me ask a couple questions here because I want you to understand something here. Did he have on expensive jewelry?
No.
Was he extra muscular? Had he been hitting the gym?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Okay, and you said no hair, so I can appreciate.
He was bald, but he also, the thing about this was, I was like, hey, let me shoot a quick video for my buddy, and he's like, oh hell no, no. This is working for me, I don't want to give this up. And I thought that was the greatest thing ever. And finally, like I walked into the casino and they have a red party night, and I have this red velvet jacket that looks like Elvis, and I walk in and I give him the high sign, a wave to him, and he goes like, go, and don't say a word to me. And all of a sudden these two chicks walk up with drinks with them, and I'm like, oh my God, this guy really just had it going on. But it was all personality, guys. It was all just the ability to talk and the ability to just carry on a conversation and laugh. And what are you into?
So wait a minute, let's look at this for a second though. So you're on a cruise, so you're doing something that you enjoy, because we've talked about where do you meet women. So you're on a cruise, you've got your daughter. I know your daughter, she's off doing her own thing. So you're by yourself. You don't have anybody to hang around with. I'm married, so he didn't invite me to go, but that's okay. We'll talk about that on a different show on how to pick friends and influence people.
The right friend.
But that's a different topic.
Friend that would listen. Why can't you pay for the cruise? Yeah.
Hey, wait a minute. You need a wingman. Come on. Okay. I'm no threat. But I just want to get back to the point that you're doing something now that you enjoy, but you're not spending any money on anybody. These women decided, hey, I want to go to the Caribbean too. So you've got some common interest and you got no expense. Guys, take a vacation, learn from my friend and his experience. Just talk to people.
I don't drink much, but they throw in, like, you can buy drink packages. Now you can go low end. This was a nicer Virgin cruise. And but I had no idea until I got on the board, because I go to my daughter, I go, isn't this nice? There's very few kids on board. She goes, Dad, there's no kids. It's an adult only cruise. So there were a tremendous amount of people there, and they have social functions. And are you single? There's singles night.
Right.
And you could show up there. And I said, I'm not going to that right now. And, I got recognized a couple times, and it was fun. It was great. But I really gave this guy credit, because it was like, there's a lesson for everybody. It's not how much money you have. It's not how you look. Can you carry on a conversation? Are you interesting? And there are people out there that just want to have a good time. And this guy, he was down for that. And he just was not overly drinking, boisterous, is just smooth. Okay, that's all it was. And it was nice to see that. But I'm telling you, if you saw this guy, he was a bald older dude. And it wasn't that he had money. It wasn't that he was talking about that. Probably my age, if not younger, but he just looked bald and old. And I'm like, wow, that really works for this guy. And it did really well. So,
well, I think what you're getting at here is people want to be able to talk to somebody and relate and have somebody that's interested in talking to them. And if you can just hold a conversation and not be all about you and all about what you are, who you are, what you've made, who cares? They don't care. They're interested in talking to somebody who's interested in getting to know them.
Okay, I've got a story for this too, but exactly, and it's that, in that you guys learn to talk to people, learn to open your mouth and say hello and have a conversation, and not, again, we've referenced a buddy of mine that if a woman was naked on top of him, he'd have a problem picking up on her, and he just was not the smoothest guy in the world at all. And when he got in front of women, he just became mush mouth and was an idiot and couldn't figure it out. And to this day, he's still the same way. But it's funny, And so as you just in it.
I am.
Okay.
Well,
So anyways, I just think that lesson to be learned. Go out and just practice that. Practice talking to people and go into social situations. Again, if you can't afford a cruise, don't go. I'm not saying
No.
save your money and go on a cruise, but just put yourself in social situations where other people are at, because people want to communicate with people. People want to hook up and get together with people, and people want to get to know other people, and that's where it starts right there. So
well, and gentlemen, if you're having difficulty, practice on the barista, practice on the checker at the grocery store. Don't use the self checkout. Spend a moment, wait in line, get your coffee and your creamer or whatever it is you're buying, and just strike up a conversation. Don't hit on them. Don't try and pick up on them. Just learn how to say hello. How are you? How's your day going? Make conversation.
People on a cruise ship are very friendly. And there was some guy, and I started laughing. My daughter caught me on this one, because some guy's like, I'm trying to find where the gelato and the fruit juices are, and where they make the smoothies. And I'm thinking, that's like totally two different places. And all of a sudden she's like, oh, well, that's one's over here, one's over there. Well, what's your name? Where are you from? And I'm thinking, and I started laughing like, okay, I see what he's doing. And my daughter's like, knock it off, knock it off. Let that guy do his thing. So it was kind of funny. But
so were you pulling the Heisman on the daughter? Did you say no?
Oh, no.
That's not happening.
No, it was just funny, because my daughter, she it was funny because I got recognized a couple times on the boat, and it was funny because it was an older crowd and people that knew what I did for a living, and that was funny. And it just was, the trip was great. It was just, I'm telling you, you need to unwind and relax, and I don't care what it is, but you need to get away from work at times and restart and reinvigorate everything. It's the best thing you can do.
So for the guys out there who are watching, I think the point here is learn to talk to people. Don't be intimidated. You think she's out of your league, and she's looking at you going, nobody thinks I'm beautiful.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And you might be stunning.
I really blew it. This guy was talking to women that I'm like, what the hell is that guy doing talking to her? And they're laughing and they were talking, and he was just smooth as glass, guys. And it's just that I thought was really interesting, because it like he says, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Okay. So,
and that's
okay.
Again,
and he wasn't offended if they turned him down. It wasn't, oh my, get away from me. It wasn't anything harsh, but he was just social. And what are you doing? And what do you like to do? What do you do for a job? Where are you from? See, that's the cool thing. Being on the boat, it really did open up conversations about where are you from? What do you do? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I'm from here. This is what I do. And, when was the last time you were on a cruise? Have you ever been on the cruise ship before? And it just, that you could have conversation after conversation that would go on and on and on. And, did you sign up for anything fun on the boat? Oh, I signed up for this. Oh, what's that? Tell me about that. Right. Oh, I think it's this, because there were food tours. My daughter swam in a shipwreck and then swam with the sharks and didn't tell me till it was done. So I didn't want to tell you till it was done, but Dad, the best part was you swim with the sharks. They're very friendly. And then after you get out of the water, they chum the water and feed the sharks. I'm like, oh, okay.
Basically, what they're doing is they're thanking the sharks for not eating their guests.
Exactly.
Okay. And then they come back and do it again in about 4 to 5 days.
Yeah.
So the sharks are like, hey, wait a minute. We get fed if we don't eat these people. Yeah. So go ahead, swim around,
Okay. So interesting, but fun. But again, guys, I am telling you, I'm blown away with the emails that we get and the questions that we get, the crazy stuff that we get. It is you gotta put yourself out there. What do you like to do? I'm telling you, we've talked about this before, and I can't emphasize this enough. Do you like to go places? Do you like to go to the movies? You like to work out?
Yeah.
You like to go to the gym? You like to ride a bike? You like to go to a spin class? I mean, there was all that stuff was on the boat, and it was like, it's funny. Somebody yelled, "Mom yoga" to me, and I was like, "Hey, Mom, yeah, how's it going?" Yep. And they're like, "Are you going to go to the yoga class?" And I'm like, "Nah, I just get sidetracked with the yoga class, so no." But that was pervy, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a little pervy, but he is the single one. It comes out at times. I think what Dan's trying to get at here, guys, is don't be afraid to take a risk and talk to somebody. And even if you think, "Oh my God, she's out of my league," oh no. And for you younger guys, I want to talk to you guys. When Dan and I were in high school, there were women that we thought were out of our league. And today, we kick ourselves for not saying, "Hey, you and I need to go to homecoming."
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's just one of those, they are the same people today as they were then. And you find out they weren't out of your league. They were waiting for you to talk to them.
And the other thing is that you'd be surprised how many pretty women are sitting home alone on a Saturday night. And I'm telling you, that's 100% on you. 100%. Yeah. Because it's funny. I had an interview today with somebody, and he said, "I really admire the way that you're talking about this stuff and sharing it, because there's a lot of pretty women out there that just really sit home alone, and you really emphasize that." It's 100% true. It is true. Guys. And this guy, I was just blown away. And he wouldn't go on camera, but again, make your mark, guys. Learn, get an ounce of self-confidence and just go talk to people, because there's people that have similar interests, similar likes. A cruise is a great thing to go on. And I just think the higher end cruise, it's not the weed festival that some of those are. And it really is similar professionals and like-minded people, and you'll have a good time and stuff like that too. So,
So sign up for our mailing list, because you never know when you're going to get that big discount on the cruise.
Yeah, and that's coming. All that stuff's coming. We got a bunch of shopping discounts and cool stuff coming, which I'm really excited about. So
sign up for the email list. Please like and subscribe. And remember, if you don't put yourself out there, who's going to?
I am.
No, you're not.
Anyways, also, we love the questions that you guys send us. They're solid gold. So keep sending those in too, okay?
And where do we send them?
Daniel Thomas Show at yahoo.com.
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
That's Daniel Thomas Show at yahoo.com. Please, we're going to have some good times here in a week or two when we go through. We're compiling the emails right now. We're going to have a Q&A on the emails.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yes.
That would be good.
Thank you for those. Keep them coming. Look forward to that in the next couple of weeks.
So what do you think? Was that a great episode?
Did you see the last episode? Really? This one? I don't know.